right, this is something I think is two things that you might really want to use in your transformation. And one is Puppetwarp. So I've made this 3D cube and I want to Puppetwarp him. Then I simply go to Edit to Puppetwarp, and this grid will come across the entire thing. And I want to make it more curved because if this is going to be a hammerhead for the top of my dog bone, I'm going to click anywhere that you want to warp. So I've warped my dog bone, I've warped everything here. I can click on all four corners and that keeps it from warping in a weird way. And then now I can just take one of those handles. Oh, I need to put one here too. And we're going to curve them down some so that my cube is not so hard edged geometric. Then I'm pulling them in. And I'm pulling them in as we go. So you see the edges coming in to be a little bit more of a curved edge rather than a hard edge. So like in Thor's hammer, the edges are not this hard shape that will cut you. So it's gone from the hard edge to curved edge. This one here probably could be a little bit more, and I also want to show you if I really wanted to change something, what would happen. So we'll come back to Puppetwarp and see we can put a pin there and really squeeze it, change it. You know, so you can, it doesn't, just as long as you have two pins, it doesn't necessarily have to be a terrible difference. And apply. And that one has now a bump there, so I think I will undo it and try it again because I did all those things to it. So I'm just going to try to do this corner. Maybe this one, these two, and bring it in just a little bit. So it's a little less sharp there on my three-dimensional object. All right, now, if I wanted this to have an extruded look, there's a really simple way that you can do that I'm going to click on the white area. And then if you've not done this before, if you go to modify, you're modifying the selection. And I'm going to contract it. And I already have set for contracting at 50 pixels. So now I have the white area that's white, and then I can change the inside of that, or I can put a border on it. Here is changing the inside color. Let's make it just a shade different than white so you can see it. And then I could pour, it's not going to let me paint with my paint bucket, I could pour that color in there. Or I can then go to select and use a border and then choose however wide I want the border to be, maybe 9 or 10 pixels. And that I definitely can come in with a different color if it'll let me change off my paint bucket there. I had to reset it a little bit ago so it wouldn't freeze on that bucket. I think I'm running out of memory. But then I can, let's cut it because that will work the same too. I'll just cut that out. And so now you see I have that border all the way around, and I could do that on each one of those selections so that I could fill those with a different color. Have fun.